Hello everyone and welcome to English for You. I'm Mike.
And I'm Laura.
And today we are going to be learning about a very interesting pop star.
Wow.
She's won a Grammy, which is pretty awesome.
Right.
And she's older than a lot of things, older than most people. This is a 95-year-old woman who won a Grammy Award, music award, and this is the coolest part. She won it for Best New Artist.
What?
The new artist is usually what, like 19, 21,
Younger singer,
very fresh, very popular, very hip. This lady is maybe not so fresh, but she's very popular and she's got a Grammy, so she's doing well.
Okay, so I can't wait to find out more about this
too.
95-year-old Best New Artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into the article and find out who she is and why she is so awesome.
Reading.
Latin Grammys gives Best New Artist Award to 95-year-old. Perhaps it's never too late to realize your dreams. That was the takeaway at the Latin Grammys, where 95-year-old Ángela Álvarez was given the award for Best New Artist last year. Álvarez's life story is nothing short of amazing. She grew up in pre-revolutionary Cuba, where her father didn't approve of or support her musical ability. She wrote and played songs in secret, even after she got married and had children. Álvarez had seen her share of misery and suffering in her life. She made the difficult decision to send her children to the U.S. after the Cuban Revolution. Although she reunited with them later, she then lost both her husband and only daughter to cancer. In spite of these dark periods, however, she always had her music with her. She went to Los Angeles to record her first album, after being encouraged by her grandson to do so. This led to her Grammy Award. Álvarez's story teaches an important lesson. Although you may be in the later stages of life, there's always a chance to follow your passions.
All right, so the article begins by saying, perhaps it's never too late to realize your dreams.
Wow.
Yes, this is definitely what we would call an inspirational story. The kind of story you read and you think, wow, if she can do it, maybe I can do it too. If she can realize her dreams of becoming an award-winning singer at the age of 95, perhaps for me, I'm, 17 or whatever like that, it's not too late to realize my dreams. Yeah, it's true. I mean, for some things, it might be a little too late. I don't think she will win the Olympic medal for 100 meters running. She might be too old for that, but she's not too old to win a Grammy. So as it says, if that's your dream, it's never too late to realize it or to make it happen, make it come true.
OK， 所以今天的故事应该会激励我们很多的一些动力吧。因为课文一开始就说，或许要实现梦想永远不嫌晚，而且我们已经有点破梗，因为不嫌老吼，就是你任何时候都可以 follow your dreams.
All right. Yes, that was the takeaway at the Latin Grammys, where 95-year-old Ángela Álvarez was given the award for Best New Artist last year.
Wow.
That's so awesome. All right, let's talk about this word, award. She won a big Grammy Award. And what is an award? Well, an award is basically a prize you get for doing something. Maybe not for just picking a lucky number or, being the best in some kind of little game, but maybe something that you would get for putting in a lot of hard work and getting good results for a really long time. Something like that. A prize you get because you did something and you did it really well probably better than anyone else. Good for you. You deserve a prize. You deserve an award. Now, it's a little bit different from a trophy or a medal. Those could be awards, but they're an actual thing. A trophy, a big shiny cup, a medal like the Olympics hangs around your neck. An award could be something like that. It could be money. It could be a little statue like an Oscar award, or just a little piece of paper that says best in the city or something like that. But you're getting it because you did something really well, better than everyone else. Like Reggie in our example sentence. Reggie got an award for being the best juggler in the country. It's amazing. He can juggle 17 chainsaws at the same time, and he only has one hand.
所以，我们永远都可以不断的学习。那刚刚这一句呢，也是从拉丁格莱美奖得到的结论哦。因为去年95岁的歌手 Angela Alvarez， 她获颁新人奖哦。因为通常新人奖都是很年轻的，可是她已经95岁喽。Takeaway 其实呢，在这里要注意它有一个很特殊的意思，它是个名词，就是从经验或者是事实的资讯当中了解的一个重点或是结论。那 Latin Grammys 是 The Latin Grammy Awards 的简称，也就是美国录音界以及这个拉丁音乐界最重要的奖项之一——拉丁葛莱美奖哦。那这个奖呢，是用来奖励过去一年当中成就非凡的拉丁音乐家。那我们就看到了我们其中这个单字 award， 它就是奖啦，或是奖项，它是一个名词。举例来说，有部电影它得了很多奖项 ，The movie has won a number of awards. Or good old Leonardo DiCaprio has been nominated many times, but only won one Academy Award for Best Actor in 2015's The Revenant.
Oh, The Revenant.
Yeah.
Where he gets attacked by a bear. I wonder if the bear won an award for Best Attack.
The bear did a great job.
I haven't seen that movie. I should watch it. It looks scary. Yeah. Back to the article. Alvarez's life story is nothing short of amazing. Has she ever dated Leonardo DiCaprio?
I hope not. I'd be very jealous.
Yeah, she'll be on the list, though.
Yeah.
Yes, her life has been amazing. If something is amazing, it is very surprising. It's incredible, in other words. For example, an amazing thing happened to me at the night market last night. I met Michelle Obama.
Amazing.
She was making chodofu.
No way.
It was amazing chodofu, too. It was so good.
Okay,
Yes, she
nothing
can.
short of 这个片语，大家可能想说，哈是什么呢？它其实就是简直如何如何，或是极其，所以它是强调哦。那非常的 amazing， 就是令人吃惊的。哇 ，amazing 其实也可以表示很棒的意思，它是一个形容词。不过令你很吃惊的可能是这个哦。It's amazing how often you see drivers using cell phones.
I saw one today.
Oh, okay.
He was online and he was smoking.
Oh my god! And how is he?
Good question.
OK， 所以我回到课文提到，就是哇，这个 Angela 她的一生的故事简直是令人非常的吃惊啊。
All right, now how does a 95-year-old go from being just a normal grandma to becoming the best new artist at the Latin Grammys? Well, I don't think it's a surprise that she has a very interesting story. It says she grew up in pre-revolutionary Cuba, where her father didn't approve of or support her musical ability. Oh, that's too bad. All right, so we now know she's from Cuba and she grew up there in pre-revolutionary Cuba. The Cuban Revolution was 1950 something,
Okay.
and that's when Fidel Castro took over. It became a communist country. She lived there way before that, because that would, of course, was only 70 years ago. But her father was, I guess, very traditional at the time. He didn't approve of or support her musical ability. He probably wanted her to help her mom in the kitchen, marry a nice man, have lots of kids.
Super traditional.
That kind of thing, yeah. But he was worried, I guess, that she would get, taken away to an exciting world of show business, so he didn't approve of her following her passion for music. That's too bad. Yeah, so there we learned that her father didn't approve of her following a career in music. If you approve of something, you like it, you support it, you think it's a good thing. If someone says, "What do you think of that?" you think, That's pretty good. I like it. I'm all for that. I got no problem with that. So you approve. If you disapprove, like her father, you say, no, that's bad. Don't do that. That's going to cause problems. I don't agree with that. I don't support it. If you're going to do it, I don't want to be there. If you disapprove of something. For example, Claire's parents don't approve of her new boyfriend, Elon.
所以我们回到课文，要更加了解他的背景。他是在革命前的古巴长大的，当时他爸爸并不是非常赞同，他或者是支持他在音乐上的天分或是一些能力那 revolutionary 就是革命的，其实我们看到 revolution 后面加字尾 ary。那 ary 通常在字尾就是有着这个名词的相关的形容词。那如果看到字首 pre， 就是接在名词啊、动词啊或者形容词之前，表示在什么之前的，所以 pre-revolutionary 就是革命前的。那我们还提到了 approve 这个动词，就是赞同 ，approve of something 就是赞同什么什么。举例来说，我们好像通常都会讲爸妈不赞同男女朋友交往Jessica's parents didn't approve of her boyfriend. Maybe it's Elon too.
It could be Elon. Yeah. Back to the article. She wrote and played songs in secret. This is Angela Alvarez when she was younger. Her father didn't like the music in the house, but that didn't stop her. She wrote and played songs in secret even after she got married and had children. Maybe her husband also didn't approve of this. So she would wait till everyone's asleep late at night and, close the door and put a blanket over her head and sing her little songs. And she kept at it. She wouldn't let everyone's disapproval stop her from following her passion.
Wow.
Good for her.
Good
Because
for
her
her.
passion wasn't hurting anyone. And music is lovely.
In secret 就是有点秘密的，不让人家知道的所以他私底下秘密的写歌啊，还有弹奏歌曲，即使在他已经结婚，还有生小孩子之后，他也是如此
All right, now, it's not been an easy life, as you can imagine, growing up in pre and then post-revolutionary Cuba. Alvarez has seen her share of misery and suffering in her life. Her life hasn't been a bed of roses. It hasn't been easy going all the time. She's seen lots of misery. And some of those countries, because of revolutions or because of poverty, because of political problems, and a whole bunch of other things that can cause trouble and suffering in your life can lead to misery. And that's what misery is. Great sadness, great suffering, great troubles. Not just like, it's Monday and I got a math test. No, it's like, I got no food, I got nowhere to live, there are people dropping bombs in my neighborhood, I haven't been warm in, 6 months, that kind of thing. That is great misery, great suffering, and hopefully most of us don't have a real experience of true misery because it is awful. Here's a time when there was a lot of misery. Being poor in Victorian London must have meant living a life of misery, begging for pennies on the corner and cleaning out chimneys as a 9-year-old child. Terrible. Terrible stuff. And we also have this word suffering. Suffering, misery, pretty similar.
Yeah.
All right. If you have a lot of suffering, you have a lot of misery, sadness, great difficulty in your life. We talked about misery in Victorian London 150 years ago, but we still have misery or suffering today. Just read the news. It says it's hard for us to fully understand the suffering that people living in Ukraine must go through every day now, especially as we come out of the winter. And yes, in that sentence, we could take out suffering, we could replace it with misery. It would basically be the same idea.
OK，
Yeah.
所以刚刚这句话呢，我们其实看到很多的这个单字的用法很特殊，像是动词 see 在这里其实是有经历或者是经受，而 share 在这里是名词就是一个合理或是正常的量。所以我们常常会怎么样搭配 see or have somebody's share of something， 就是某人他有经历或是拥有足够的什么。那课文提到的很不幸的就是他已经经历了很多的苦难啊，还有折磨啊 ，misery 就是我们刚刚一直提到的悲惨。苦难，它是一个名词。那我通常真的想到都是像战争The war brought misery to thousands of refugees. 好，就是对难民来说，还有 suffering 差不多也是痛苦折磨，这是一个名词。但是我比较想到的是可能疼痛上的哦，像是可能某一个药它可以舒缓疼痛 ，the medication should ease the suffering.
All right, back to the article. She made the difficult decision to send her children to the U.S. after the Cuban Revolution. That's right, when Fidel Castro took over and Cuba became communist, a lot of people didn't want to live in that country. They saw more freedom and opportunity in America, so they went to America, often by just getting on a boat and sailing out into the Caribbean Sea. It's only about 80 miles to Florida, but basically imagine you're a mom, you put your kids in a boat with some strangers and you say, take them to a better life. I'll stay here. You want to talk suffering and misery? That's the kind of thing we're talking about here.
OK， 所以他做了一个非常困难的决定，就是把他孩子在古巴革命之后送到美国，所以他们要母子分离。那 Cuban 就是古巴的，那 Cuban Revolution 是在1953年跟到1959年的一个古巴革命的历史哦。那是古巴推翻独裁政策的一场民族革命运动。那它其实呢，对这个拉丁美洲之后发起的左翼运动影响是很深哦。那刚刚我们有提到这个非常知名的 Fidel Castro， 就是古巴的政治家哦，他也是在此时正式掌权。
All right, but there is a bit of a happy ending. So it says, although she reunited with them later, that's good. She got to see her kids later. I guess she also moved to America. She then lost both her husband and only daughter to cancer.
What?
So there was a happy reunion, but I guess it didn't last very long because her husband and her daughter, which is even harder,
both of them.
They both got sick and died of cancer. That's just awful.
所以好不容易他们已经 reunite， 就是重聚，这是一个动词哦。reunite with somebody 就是与谁重聚，可是她的老公、丈夫还有她的小孩都因为癌症而死掉哦。那不过这里我们现在停一下，我们要看一下今天的 language in focus. So let's take a look. 今天 language in focus 教的是虽然尽管这样的说法哦。那如果要表达虽然尽管的时候，我们常常要在句首或是句中用以下的句型。Although 或者是 though, even though， 我们后面接主词还有动词哒哒哒哒哒，或者你还可以说 despite the fact that 后面接子句，或者是 in spite of the fact that 后面再直接接子句。这样说可能不清楚，要听个例句比较清楚哦。Although Mary is poor, she lives a happy life. 大家有没有看到？虽然 Mary 她虽然很贫穷哦，可是呢，她还是有一个非常开心的人生生活。那以上这些句型都有虽然或者尽管什么什么，可是要注意的是 ，despite 和 in spite of 是介系词片语哦，所以后面我们只能接名词或是动名词哦。所以如果你要用 despite 或是 in spite of 后面记得要加名词或是 VING， 一样要给一个例句哦。In spite of the variety of options at the store, I couldn't find a fitting dress to wear to my friend's wedding. 大家有这样子吗？就是去了一间店，它各式各样的这个服装都有，可是你还是找不到适合的。像是这里，我没有办法找到适合的洋装去我好朋友的婚礼呀。
So it is totally safe to say, and really honest to say, she's seen a lot of misery and suffering in her life. Well, a lot of us do, but there are things that we can use to keep our spirits going when times are really tough. As it says, in spite of these dark periods, however, she always had her music with her. She could still sing, she might have a guitar, she might have some of her favorite songs around, so she always had her music. And it's true, when life is really rotten, you can put on some of your favorite music, sing, dance around, and I guarantee you will feel better. Maybe not, everything won't be fixed. You'll still have problems, but you'll have a better spirit and a better attitude.
That's right.
True.
刚刚这个课文的句型，我们刚好就有看到刚刚已经教过的文法。In spite of these dark periods，表示尽管这些黑暗的期间，它还是有音乐陪伴着他。
And not only did her music keep her spirits up, it also kept her on the path to stardom that she has reached today. It says she went to Los Angeles to record her first album after being encouraged by her grandson to do so. So at least her grandchildren heard her singing and they said, Grandma, you're not half bad. You should go and record some of that stuff. You got a great voice, great songs, you got a great story. I think people would like it. And they were right.
Excellent, OK，所以在他的孙子的鼓励之下，他去这个 LA， 就是洛杉矶录制他第一个专辑。Los Angeles 则是位于美国的加州的 California 的城市洛杉矶。
There you go. And this led to her Grammy Award. So she kind of can thank her grandkids for encouraging her, but the music, of course, came from her soul and her heart.
然后这个结果就让他赢得葛莱美奖，太棒了。
There you go. So it's an inspirational story. As we explain, Alvarez's story teaches an important lesson. Although you may be in the later stages of life, there's always a chance to follow your passions.
For sure.
Definitely. If you have a passion for something, you have a very enthusiastic love for something, kind of an energetic love. You're not just like, yeah, I really like that. You're like, oh, I love that. If I couldn't do that, my life would be terrible. Maybe you tell people about your passion. Maybe you make videos online to share your passion with other people. We can have passion for people, of course, but often you might also have passion for, I don't know, art, your hobbies, things that you really like and bring a lot of great joy to your love, joy that you probably find it very easy and fun to share with other people because that's your passion. For example, Belinda has a passion for knitting sweaters for pet dogs and cats. She can talk about it for hours and hours. I know. I sat next to her on an airplane. You do you, Belinda.
OK， 所以他的故事教导我们一个非常重要的一堂课。即使你们已经到了你人生后面的一些阶段哦，就是你可能年纪已经大了，永远有机会去追随你热爱的事情。Passion 就是这个是人生你要找到的热情或是兴趣，它是一个名词。I've always had a passion for languages. In fact, I'm thinking of learning Korean recently.
Really?
And I know how to speak Japanese and a bit of French.
Wow.
But Korean, I really want to learn that. I've actually learned it for a year.
Okay.
But then I still want to like...
Is that just because you want to watch more soap operas?
Yes, you got it.
Perfect.
You got it.
It's a good way to learn Korean too. So there you go. Follow your passions. You never know. It might lead you to eating kimchi with a handsome boy band member in Seoul. Or it might lead you to your own Grammy Award at the ripe old age of 95.
Wow.
Don't let age or anything like that hold you back. All right, guys, we have a chat question for you coming up right now.
For You Chat.
All right, so our chat question is about following your passions and lifelong dreams. Is there something you feel strongly about but have been told not to follow it? What is it?
Luckily, I've always followed my heart and dreams and was never told by my parents or anybody can say, don't follow that dream.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I just want to do whatever I want.
Good for you. Yes. Well, I've always had the dream of being the first person to walk on the sun.
Okay, first person though.
The first person to walk on the sun. You might say, you can't do that, Mike. It's really hot. And I will say, ha, I'm going to go when it's nighttime. Follow your passions, kids.
Smart.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Vocabulary Review.
Award. Amy was given an award for being the top tennis player in her region. Amazing. Kathleen has the amazing ability to learn a new dance in a matter of minutes. Approve. The boss didn't approve of the plan and asked us to make some changes. Misery. If you don't earn enough money to pay for basic things like food, you'll probably live in misery. Suffering. Although Joanne was upset that her grandfather had died from his illness, she was glad that his suffering had ended. Passion. Rebecca has a passion for reading. She finishes many books every month.
智慧小补帖。
Takeaway. Reunite.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net